Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to talk about the best SMMA tips for total beginners. Hey everybody, David Schley's back here again with Two Guys Build a Biz on YouTube, the best place on YouTube for anything related to starting, growing, or scaling your business online. If those topics are interesting to you, make sure that you hit subscribe and don't forget to tap bell notifications to be notified the next time that we post a video just like this one. Finally, if you find this video valuable, we would appreciate if you tap the like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this video is useful and it really helps out the channel a lot. So in this video, we're going to talk about the best tips that we have for total beginners getting started on their SMMA journey. Now, Derek and I have been at this for going on 7 years now. It's been a minute, and we've built our agency to multi-six figures per month at this point. So after being at this for about 7 years, Derek and I have definitely learned a thing or two along the way. And after also mentoring thousands of agency owners through our program, the SMMA Blueprint, we've definitely seen what sets those apart that succeed in SMMA and those that maybe struggle a little bit. So we want to make sure that if you're here, obviously you probably want to succeed with your agency. So we want to make sure that we give you the most up-to-date tips that we've got in 2022. Let's jump into it. So before we get started, you might be asking yourself, who are these guys if you haven't been a part of the Two Guys Build a Biz world in the past? So let's talk about that first. My business partner, Derek, DeMike, and myself started our agency almost 7 years ago now, while working full-time 9-to-5 jobs. We closed our first agency client less than 2 weeks after starting our agency for almost $3K per month. Ever since then, we've been consistently working at it, and we've built our agency up to the point where we're doing over $100,000 per month. In addition to that, we've also mentored thousands of agency owners over the past 7 years through our course, the SMMA Blueprint, which is consistently rated as one of the top courses for starting your agency. So knowing all that, let's jump into the topic of this video and let's teach you what we know about success in SMMA. So the biggest piece of advice that I would give anybody who's thinking about getting started is to just go. Just get started. Nothing good ever happened by sitting on the sidelines, and this is so true in the SMMA game. I'm so grateful that the stars aligned for Derek and I to join forces back in the day and get our agency up and off the ground. Nothing ever would have happened if we hadn't taken action, and the same is true for you. I see a lot of people messaging us on social asking about the best tip, the best advice, and this is the thing that I always tell somebody who's thinking about it is you just got to jump in and you have to get started. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction any day of the week, and this is very true when it comes to any form of entrepreneurship. SMMA is no different. The second tip that I would provide is that consistency is the key. When it comes to any form of entrepreneurship, those that are consistent are the ones that succeed, and those that are inconsistent are the ones that fail. It's a harsh reality, but it is the way that it is. Entrepreneurship is also a marathon. It's not a sprint. I've seen a lot of agency owners come in, they set massive goals that are not sustainable, and they set numbers for outreach or client acquisition that they're just never going to be able to achieve. And what ends up happening is they either don't have success and they end up churning clients or losing clients as fast as they're getting them, or even worse, they end up burning out and moving on to something else entirely. So set realistic goals, remain consistent, and set numbers that you know that you're going to be able to be consistent with. For Derek and I, when we were getting started, that was 50 manual emails per day. It wasn't the sexiest or the most modern way of doing outreach, but it worked for us and it helped us close our first clients in only a couple of weeks. The third tip that I would provide is that you need to avoid distractions, or what we like to call shiny object syndrome. Whether it's the business model in general, jumping from SMMA to dropshipping to Amazon FBA, whatever it is, or whether it's your niche or your method of outreach, I've seen so many agency owners struggle along the way because they keep jumping from one thing to the next to the next. YouTube can be a big catalyst in this, where you might see one YouTuber saying this is the best way to get clients and one YouTuber saying something completely different. All that ends up happening is you get distracted, you don't perfect anything, you don't get good at anything, and your results will show that. So in our course, the SMMA Blueprint, we teach a method called the Pick 2 method, which is a way of really distilling down your methods of outreach into ways that are going to actually produce success. But what we're getting at is that you should avoid distractions, you should simplify your outreach and your niche choice, and then just go and be consistent with what it is that you're doing. Tip number 4 is that you should focus on building a strong foundation. The beauty of the SMMA model and what really sets it apart from other sorts of online business models is the fact that it is a business that can be a bedrock for every venture that you might get into in the future. Our agency, because we focused on building a strong foundation and keeping clients around because we have a high level of service, has been an engine that's enabled us to build the life of our dreams. There are no cheat codes when it comes to SMMA, and Despite what other YouTubers might say, there is no easy way of building an SMMA business. But that's the beauty of the business. It's a business that can be the foundation for your future and that can stand any sort of storm that might be thrown at it. Our agency, as an example, actually grew substantially through the year of 2020, despite everything else that was going on in the world. And that's because of the beauty of the SMMA model. And I'm grateful that we had focused on building a resilient business that was able to withstand those hardships. Tip number 5 that I would give is to focus on your client results first. So many agency owners get focused on their own benefit or what their agency or what their clients can do for them that they forget about what they can do for their client first. At the end of the day, SMMA is a client service game, and when your clients win, you will win more than you ever know. Derek and I get most of our clients these days actually from referrals because we've provided such a high level of service and such a great client experience in the past. Because we've put our clients first over the years, we've actually benefited tenfold. The 6th tip that I would provide is that you should save your dollars and reinvest them. A major form of leverage is actually taking your dollars and putting them work for you. When you're in a service-based business, oftentimes you start out trading your time for dollars. But the reality is with SMMA, you can quickly earn dollars that you can then reinvest into efficiencies or better tooling or better ways of doing business. This then enables you to accelerate your results, which is then going to enable you to accelerate the growth of your business and your financial gain. I've seen a lot of short-sighted agency owners take their dollars and buy a bunch of watches or nice things, which is really just a short-sighted approach to growing your business. Instead, what I would recommend doing is saving your dollars and then reinvesting them in better technology or teammates. That brings me to tip number 7. Start building a team as soon as you are able. It can be very intimidating when you're first getting started to think about building a team. Additionally, there's a lot of YouTubers out there who make it seem like it's very easy to begin building a team. The reality is it can be costly, but it can massively benefit your business. The bigger your team, the more revenue you're actually able to generate for your agency and the more you can scale. A major regret of Derek and mine was that we didn't start building a team sooner. Had we done that, we could have grown faster with less headaches and less time invested, and we probably would have been even further along than we are now. But because there wasn't a course like the SMMA Blueprint that teaches you where to find people, job descriptions, what to pay them, we had to figure all that out through trial and error, and it led us to making some mistakes along the way and maybe waiting longer than we should have. Tip number 8 is probably the biggest one, and I would highly recommend that you invest in some sort of mentorship or a course. This isn't some way of getting more people to sign up for the blueprint or anything like that. We've just seen firsthand the massive impact that a course and training can have. Derek and I continue to invest in courses in all different areas of our business, not specific to SMMA, that have massively helped our professional growth. I would definitely recommend the same for you, and getting started 7 years ago, I really wish that there were some of the courses that were available today, including the SMMA Blueprint. That's really specifically who we built it for, is somebody who's getting started or who wants to be getting better results in their business. If you're interested in checking it out, we'll link it down below and all that. So let's go ahead and recap. Tip number 1 is that you should just get started, take action. In fact, go do something as soon as you're done watching this video. Tip number 2 is that you need to remain consistent. Tip number 3 is avoid distractions or shiny object syndrome. Tip number 4 is focus on building a strong foundation with your agency. Tip number 5 is focus on putting your clients and their results first. Tip number 6 is save the dollars that your agency earns and reinvest them. Tip number 7 is invest in a team as soon as you can. Finally, tip number 8 is invest in some form of mentorship or, of course, like the SMMA Blueprint. I really hope you found these tips useful, and if you did, let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to chat with you guys. A lot of these videos lately have actually been coming from comments that you guys have posted in the comment section. So if you want to have a chance of having your question answered, make sure to drop a question down below. So that's it for this video. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit bell notifications so that you'll be notified the next time that we post a video like this. And last but not least, my only ask is that if you found this video useful, hit the like button so that other agency owners just like yourself can find this video too. We'll see you in the next video.